University of Brawijaya. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Today, 24 October 2023, we can gather here in very healthy condition to enjoy 3-in-1 program of agriculture product marketing. This session, we proudly present you the 3-in-1 session with the purpose of lecturing to add knowledge and insight on this issue. I hope you all excited for today in racing workshop series titled Behavior of Agriculture, a Commodity Price and Market Integration Analysis. We have distinguished guest speakers joining us today to share their valuable insight. Ladies and gentlemen, first, my name is Mafudotul Ula, and you can call me Ula. I will be your master of ceremony today. Before we start, let's capture this moment by taking photo group. Please take your time to come here on this stage. Ya, kita foto bersama dulu ya, teman-teman. Semuanya, ya. Ya, kita aja. Please come here. Di sini aja. Ya, gitu aja. Oh gitu. Please stand up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, cheers. Oke, bebas ya. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, before we dive into the main program, let's begin with a few essential details. This event will be bilingual using in English and Indonesia. Today, agenda will be followed. The first opening by MC and the second welcoming speech by head of department. And then main season 1, behavior of agricultural commodity price, and the second session, market integration analysis. And then Q&A, closing remark by moderator, and the last certificate for speaker by head of department. And now, my pleasure to welcome Dr. Fitria Dinariana, SPMP, who is the head of Department of Agriculture Socio-Economic, Faculty of Agriculture, University of Brawijaya.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much for that time. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the main hall, Social Economic Department of Faculty of Agriculture, Brawijaya University. Yeah. The Honorable Mr. Aditya Marendra Kilos, yeah, from BRIN, in Division Research Center for Behavior and Circular Economic National Research and Innovation Agency. Yeah. Thank you for coming. The Honorable Lecturer of Social Economic Department and the audience in Agenda 3-in-1 Agenda today. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin, we can meet again in this room, in this agenda today. The opportunity to get material sharing from keynote speaker and discussion about behavior of agricultural commodity price and market integration analysis. Especially thank you for Mr. Aditya because you are ready to attend our invitation to sharing in discussion with us about behavior in agricultural commodity price and market integration analysis. Yeah. We hope this agenda today can be give benefit from the audience and we hope this today's event goes well. I think enough from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Dr. Fitria Dinariana, SPMP, for the insight speech. And now let's turn our attention to our event moderator, Novi Haryati, SPMP. Novi is lecturer of Agriculture Socio-Economic Faculty of Agriculture, University of Brawijaya.
Hello everyone, good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hopefully we are in a good condition for today. The Honorable Head of Agricultural Social Economic Department, Faculty of Agriculture, Brawijaya University, the Honorable lecturers of Faculty of Agriculture, University of Brawijaya, participants of this event, and our distinguished guest speakers, Mr. Aditya Marendra Kilos, PhD, who is now attending the 3-in-1 programs on marketing of agricultural products. So first of all, I would like to inform you that this event has already been running since August 2023, and today remarks as the end of the 3-in-1 on agricultural products marketing. So this is the end of the 3-in-1 program here. And I'm so happy that today we are also very honored to have Mr. Aditya Marendra Kilus as our keynote speak for today. Now, before we start with the first session, I'd love to give you some information about his background. So Mr. Aditya Marendra Kilos, PhD, is a researcher from Research Center for Behavioral and Circular Economy, ya adik-adik ya. National Research and Innovation Agency, or BRIN, and based in Jakarta, right? And his academic qualification is from University of Queensland, Australia, for doctoral degree. And the research interests are so many, started from analysis of agricultural value chain systems, the application of system thinking methodology. Nanti yang tertarik boleh bertanya ya. Behavioral pattern exhibit by stakeholders within agricultural value chains and customer segment. Strategies for the conservation and sustainable utilization of agricultural genetic resources, management of agricultural technologies, lastly, proficiency in technical domains such as agronomy and the utilization of remote sensing data for the advancement of agricultural development initiatives, which is actually continuous, right? All right, so basically 3-in-1 program consists of professors from overseas university. This program has comprised the Wang Linma from Lincoln University first, and then also practitioners. And therefore, today, 24 October 2023, we will learn together from our distinguished speaker, researcher, Mr. Aditya Marendra Kilus. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I would like to welcome Dr. Aditya Marendra Kilus.
Okay, thank you so much, Bu Novi. May I stand? Okay. Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My colleagues here, it's good to be back here after 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I talked here, and back again. I would like to remind you that I'm here not to teach you. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a lecturer. In the invitation, I was invited as a practitioner, right? So here I would like to share my experience. So if you are asking to me about the theory, about the how to calculate that, how to calculate this, maybe just ask Bu Novi. She will explain more about that because I don't have any enough capability to do that. But I will share my experience here. So, can we go to the presentation, please? Okay, thank you. So, the title of my presentation for today is Behavior of Agricultural Commodity Price. So, a couple of weeks ago, I already delivered about, how the price is formed, right? So now I will talking about the behavior of the price. So this is me. Okay, so for all of you who didn't present last time, this is me. I just graduated from the University of Queensland in Australia in January this year, and my research interest is in agribusiness, food system, value chain, and of course agricultural marketing. That's why I was invited here. So now we will talking about price, but now I would like to ask you first. Oh no. Hang on a second. There's a problem here, but first I would like to have a discussion first with you about. Hang on a second. What influences agricultural commodity price? Can I have some words? What influences agricultural commodity price? Apa yang mempengaruhi harga komoditas pertanian? Silakan sebanyak-banyaknya. Silakan. Apa yang mempengaruhi harga komoditas pertanian? Supply and demand. Oke. Apa lagi? Weather conditions. Oke. Transportation. Is there anything else? Cost of production. Okay. What else? Government policy. Okay, that's good. Government policy for the ceiling price and floor price, right? Okay, that's good. Anything else? That's right. That's good. Okay, commodity. The characteristic of the commodity, if it's perishable, so the price will be. It can be high, it can be low. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Global trends. Okay. What do you mean by global trends? Okay. Yeah, the trends. Okay. All right. Okay, that's good. From back there, is there any other words? Okay, that's all. All right. Okay, so you have understand what form the price of agricultural price. There's many causes, many things influencing the agricultural commodity price. But I would like to again repeat what I have delivered in our last meeting. So the price of an item is relative, right? So relative to what? So I have told you my story when I live in Australia. So yeah, even for one pack of Indomie, it's more expensive than Indonesian price. But Australian, okay. But yeah, for one pack of Indomie, an Australian price is more expensive than Indonesian price. But we also need to consider that Australian income is much more higher than Indonesian income. That's why we can say that the price of an item is relative. We can say that it's relative to our income. All right. So then in this opportunity today, I will the seasonal variations in agricultural commodity price. So, okay. So what is the seasonal variations in agriculture commodity price? It is the predictable and recurring changes. So I want to highlight predictable. It can be predictable. Okay. So the changes in agricultural commodity price can be predictable. Okay. And recurring changes, recurring. Okay. It always happen yeah, recurring. There's a trend about that. All right. The predictable and recurring changes in agricultural commodity prices that occur within specific time frames. It can be year, it can be months, it can be days, it can be weeks, and so on and so forth. Okay. The seasonal variations in agricultural commodities can be influenced by this is what I have understand. The seasonal variations could be influenced by natural phenomena. It could be influenced by agricultural practices, and also could be influenced by the consumer behavior. Okay. So first, I would like to discuss about the natural phenomena. Okay, the seasons. We have rainy seasons in Indonesia. Fortunately, we have only 2 seasons, right? So the prediction will be more easier compared if we have 4 seasons, for example. So we can understand when the rainy season will come, will start. Rainy season, when the dry season will start, and yeah, we can make we can anticipate those changes in the season. And like you know, weather. I'm talking about weather here. One of the natural phenomena is one of the factors that can impact that on agricultural production. Okay, agricultural production back to the supply, and the supply can give impact to the price. Good. Okay. So yeah, that's a classic theory. Yeah, supply will impact to the price, and then if supply increase, then the price will decrease, and then supply decrease, then the supply will increase. That's the classic classic theory. So understanding the weather especially in Indonesia is important because of what? Indonesia is a huge country. It's a huge country with more than 13 million islands, and those islands, those areas have different different ecology condition. So there's a high variation in all over Indonesian agroecology. So if we are talking about the weather, I'm taking this picture from the meteorology agency, the BMKG. So we can see here when the rainy season will start in Indonesia. So we have some of the seasonal zona musim. So if we can see here the light, so the light color here are the regions that the rainy season will come soon. So we have like here, the green one here, it will come in August, it's already passed. And yeah, so we can see the differences between the seasonal zone in Indonesia. It's quite diverse, you know, from the east to the west, it's quite diverse. If you look at Sumatra, in the northern part of the equator, it's already rainy season. But in the southern part of equator, it's still we need to wait maybe 1 or 2 weeks to get the rainy season here. So yeah, now it's still summer, yeah, but yesterday is raining, right? Okay, it's but then the rainy season is already started then. So changes in weather can impact not only production, yeah, but also other supporting and limiting factors. What are the limiting and supporting factors in agriculture? Yeah, of course, the supporting factors that we can manage, like such as fertilizers, pesticides, and then the management practices. But like weather, we cannot control the weather. Okay, changes in weather can give impact to mostly limiting factors in agriculture. For example, I would like to give you one example, is the population of pests. All right. So this is Spodoptera litura, or we can often mention as ulat gerayak. I did some research about this in 2017 in Brebes. You know, Brebes is the biggest production center of shallot, bawang merah, right? It contributes to about like 30% of Indonesian shallot supply. So at the time in 2017, there was a high attack of this pest, ulat gerayak. So why I'm interested in doing research about this. So as an example, I was said before that weather can give impact to the life cycle of this pest. If we there's a fresh research here, it shows that the population or the survival rate of this pest in the it will be optimum if the temperature reaches the optimum level. So the population of pests will be higher. So it will be dangerous to the shallot farming in Brebes. That's for the pests. It's usually happen when the dry season. So what happened in the rainy season? This one is the pest. It's Fusarium oxysporum. Farmers in Brebes used to call it as ngoler. You know, ngoler, you know, apa? So the leaves, the shallot leaves will be ngoler lah, dia bilang gitu. So it happened because the attack of the Fusarium oxysporum. It usually happen in the rainy season. Okay, so in the dry season we have ulat gerayak. In the rainy season we have ngoler. Okay, so what should we do then? Give pesticides. That's the easiest one. Okay, give pesticides. But is it feasible if we give too much pesticides? No, of course not. Because like it's not only because of our cost of production, but it will also reducing the quality of the shallot, right? So we are going to have like a high pesticides residue. Of course, the pesticides residue, right? So it's bad if we put too much pesticides there. Then continue with the changes in weather. It also could make changes in agricultural practices. So these two pictures were taken in the same place, but different time in Brebes. Okay, the left side is Brebes in March 2016. It's just harvesting. They just harvest the paddy, the rice. But in August 2016, they have shallot here. So the weather here make changes. The weather changes is making changes in agricultural practices conducted by the farmers. Okay. So then it creates a problem. What problem? The fluctuation of the production. So in the rainy season, like in the left side, there's no shallot in the market. If there is any shallot, it's only in the small quantity, because at that time they cultivated rice, so their land were used to cultivating rice, so there's no shallot at that time. And remember, it's one of the perishable horticulture commodity. It cannot be stored in a long time. Different rice. If it's rice, we can harvest the rice. I don't know, rice. In English is rice, right? So, but in bahasa Indonesia we call it padi, and then beras, and then but in English we call it rice. Okay. So if they harvest the paddy and then they process it, and then we have the beras. The beras can be stored for a long time, up to maybe, I don't know, 6 months. Yeah, that's the difference between beras and shallot and bawang merah. Okay. So in the rainy season, then people would ask, like for example, in the rainy season, can we produce shallot? Yes, we can. But to produce shallot in the rainy season, we are going to have a bigger effort. You must put more pesticides there. You must put more like fertilizer to make your shallot crops is stronger compared to the dry season. So if the production is low in the rainy season, for example, that's what I'm asking. Is it possible still to increase the production in the rainy season? Yes, it still can be possible to increase, but there's some limitation on that. Maybe some people will say, why don't we just simply increasing the production to avoid the scarcity of shallot in the rainy season, right? So this is the system for those of you who present online in my presentation last weekend. Maybe this is about the system thinking, how we understand everything in this world as a system. So the low production in the rainy season, of course, will increase the planting area in the rainy season. That's if you want to increase your production in the rainy season, okay? And it will decreasing the problem of low production in rainy season, okay? But planting the increased planting area in the rainy season will increase also pest and disease effect, especially the ngoler one, yeah, the fusarium. It will increase the pest and disease attack, and of course, in the long time, it will give impact to the low production in rainy season. It's called the fixes that fail. So you want to fix the problem. The problem is this one, the low production in rainy season with this, but your solution is not actually is only giving solution for short time, but in the long time it will influence to the pest and disease attack, which will decreasing the production again in the rainy seasons. Okay, so Brebes is the biggest production center. If Brebes is cultivating rice, cultivating paddy, so there's no shallot. So the government tries to looking for some other place to produce shallot to overcome the problem when there are no shallot in Brebes. So I did my research in 2017 here. There are some places, some of the locations, some of the kabupaten that have a potential to support shallot. We call it as a buffer zone area. So the buffer zone to support the supply of some of the commodities that cannot be produced in certain period. So Solok is one of the potential area, potential kabupaten to not to replace but to support Brebes in supplying shallot to the Indonesian market. So what happened in Solok? If in Brebes the shallot cultivation only conducted in the dry season, in Solok they do the shallot farming throughout the year. So there's no shallot season, so there's no dry season, there's no rainy season. If you look at this temperature, the temperature is quite the same from January to December. So there's no, so the what is it? The temperature, the ecosystem condition will be the same, right? So that's why the farmers in Solok try to, you can sit here. No, okay. So the farmers in Solok, they try to cultivate shallot throughout the year. If you can see in this picture, this is a picture taken from drone. It's about I forgot, is it 500 meters above the sea level. So we can see here there's a big variation in the season of the in the age of the shallot. So this is because they always cultivating shallot. So once they harvest it and then they plant it again. So we can see here there's big variation here. Like this one, for example, this one is green. It's ready to be harvested. But this one, it's maybe they just plant the seed, because in Solok it's a little bit different with in Brebes. In Solok they use the plastic mulch to cover the soil. So what happened in Solok? They have production throughout the year. From my calculation was the, what is it? Coefficient. I forgot the statistical thing. Coefficient keragaman apa? Yeah. So the coefficient keragaman is only less than 15%. So it means if there's any fluctuation of production, it's only 15% in Solok. So is it good about this? Is it good? From our perspective, from agribusiness perspective, this is good because we will have a consistent supply of shallot throughout the year. But the entomologist said this is not good. Why? Because the land is not resting. So there's no rest period for the land. So the entomologist said this is a time bomb. Time bomb. Why? Because the pests and disease they always be there, because there are always shallot there. So pests and disease will always be there, and because the farmers always using the pesticides, and there will be a big resistance of the pests and disease of those pesticides, and someday, hopefully not, so it can be a time bomb. So the population of pests will uh, significantly increase and can harm all of the shallot farming in Solok. We already recommend that there should be any rest period in certain times in Solok in producing shallot. But yeah, I still don't know. This was my research in 2016. Still don't get any update about this thing in Solok. So now, if we cannot control the weather, we cannot control the how the farmers will cultivate their crops. So what should we do? Our alternative is by controlling the distribution. So Indonesia is a huge country, with diverse agroecologic condition. So what we can do is increase production in one area and then distribute to other area. Okay, so like for example in Brebes, if Brebes cannot supply shallot in the rainy season, we should looking for other locations to develop shallot. So for example, like Nganjuk in East Java, but Nganjuk and Brebes quite the same. The same time, but yeah, maybe we can also consider somewhere in Nusa Tenggara, somewhere in Sulawesi that can have that can support the shallot supply in Indonesia. That's what we can do. This is one of the example. I'm taking this from the information system from the Ministry of Agriculture. So it's called the SISCROP, Sistem Informasi Standing crop. What can this system do is like they can predict the standing crop. Like for example, if you can see here, there's a blue and then yellow and then brown color. It shows the status of the paddy land currently. This is I'm asking my friend in Ministry of Agriculture. This is update. So this is the current information that they have. So for example, in Malang, is it Malang? Yeah, I think it's Malang. No, yeah, this is Malang. So the condition is in Malang, in Kabupaten Malang. I mean not Kota Malang. So most of the paddy land now is in the generative 2, so they almost harvest the paddy. Okay, and then the second one is the blue one is water. So it means that they start irrigating their land and maybe ready to plant the seeds. And then the brown one is bra. Bra is, what do you call it? Bra in English. Resting your land to cut the pest and disease cycle, right? So it's in bra. So yeah, this is update. So it's through the analysis of the remote sensing. So we can freely download the remote sensing data, and then we analyze this, and then we can estimate how many land available now, and even we can estimate how many production of rice in the next maybe 2 weeks or 1 month. The system information can also predict some variables like harvesting land and then production, and also I think this is Malang, yeah. And then also we can predict the harvested area in certain location. Why I'm saying this is prediction? Because it's not 100% accurate, because this is from the data from the remote sensing, and then my colleagues in Ministry of Agriculture process the data, and then they get this information. Okay, I have mentioned about the influence of the natural phenomena and also agricultural practices. I also want to say that the one that can influence the price fluctuation is also the consumer behavior. Okay, so in the Idul Fitri season, we used to cook this one, right? So if I'm asking you, what kind of food stuff will the price increase? Chili. What else? Shallot. What else? Garlic. Okay. Garlic and onion. Okay. So onion is not. We are not producing onion. Onion is bawang bombay, right? Okay. We are not producing onion. Almost 100% of onion is imported. So the price will be stable for the onion. What else? Meat. Everybody cook rendang, right? In the Idul Fitri. And what else? Chicken. Okay, chicken because we cook opor, yeah. Rice, of course. We cook ketupat, right? So these commodities price will the price will increase. I would like to share my experience to you. Sting bean, pete. So the price of pete will also increase because basically I don't really like pete. I don't really like pete if I eat it directly, but sambal goreng without pete is tasteless. Sayur labu without pete is tasteless. So at the Idul Fitri era, the price of pete will also increase. So I have experience for satu papan itu, papan of pete, price is 40,000 Indonesia rupiah. So it's very crazy. So it's also influencing the price, the consumer behavior. Because why? Because of why there's so many demand of pete in the Idul Fitri. So that's why the traders will increasing the price. So and not only pete, maybe also jengkol, yeah. Jengkol sometimes will also the price increasing. That's why I remember in 2011, the Ministry of Agriculture set pete and jengkol as the strategic commodity. Because of what? Because of the price is very high. So they start to distribute the seedlings, benih seedlings for pete and jengkol. They distribute freely to the farmers, so the farmers can cultivate pete and jengkol, and then they will have production, and it will reduce the price. But of course it will take a long time, because pete and jengkol mostly is very, very old trees. But I have also experienced when I was living in Australia. In the Idul Fitri, I can easily get pete from Asian store. Why? But it's not a fresh pete; it's a frozen pete. Here in Indonesia, I never found frozen pete. So that's why that's one of the alternatives to avoid the price fluctuations. Maybe because horticulture is very perishable, and one of the solution to overcome those problems is by preserve those commodities, do the preservation to the commodity. Okay, like frozen pete, for example, and then like dried chili, and then what else? Garlic paste or shallot paste, pasta, yang udah digiling itu we can store that and put it in the fridge, in the refrigerator, and it can be stored up to maybe 3 months. Okay, and the taste will be the same. So now my campaign is to promote the preserved food to stabilize the price. And in the Idul Fitri, it's not only the consumer behavior that influencing the price fluctuation. There is another causes. Do you know what? There is another causes that makes the price fluctuating in the Idul Fitri era. Not only consumer behavior, not only consumer demand. Do you know what? I'm telling you that because of the traders. Not because of the traders increasing the price, but the traders pulang kampung. In Jakarta, most of the traders is coming from East Java, Central Java, West Java. There's no traders in Jakarta. So because of the traders, there's no traders, so the supply will be decreasing, right? And the price will be increased. So that's normal. That's the other causes of the price fluctuation in the Idul Fitri. And our last meeting, I also mentioned about the COVID-19. So this is included in the the consumer behavior. So in the COVID-19 situation, you know, in Indonesia, it's also happened that there was a panic buying, right? It's also happened in Australia. So when I did my PhD, it was a COVID-19 situation in Australia, and it's very terrible. Panic buying everywhere. The white Australian that used to eat bread, wheat, they start to eat rice. They start to eat rice, so we don't have any rice supply at that time. So it's very terrible. Okay. Okay, now I would like to share about the trends and patterns of agricultural commodity. So this is the trend of quarterly chili price in Indonesia between 2010 and 2019. This is research of my colleagues. You can see here, like what I've said earlier, we have the trends, right? Trends, and it can be predictable. If you see this graph, when did the price decreasing? The pattern is the same if you look at this. So in, like, for example, like in 2011, the price decreasing between quarter 2 and 3, right? And it's also happened in 2012. Oh, there's a shift of price movement here. 2014, it's also happened in between quarter 2 and quarter 3. Like and also in 2019, it's happened between at the end of the year. So what happened here? We can predict when the price will increase, when the price will decrease, because I've said to you, it depends on the weather, it depends on the natural phenomena, it depends on the agricultural practices. So the weather will impact also to the agricultural practices, and it's also will impact influenced by the consumer behavior. We already know that every Idul Fitri the consumption will be higher, right? And maybe in Natal and Tahun Baru it will also increase, but in some of the period it will stable the price. Okay, so this is what I did with my colleagues here in 2019. We analyzed the fluctuation of shallot price in Indonesia. So we found that the nature of shallot price volatility. So you know the volatility, the term volatility can be the fluctuation, yeah, but volatility seems more cool, right? Compared to fluctuation. So we have the high volatility and low volatility. The high volatility means that it's more hard to predict. But low volatility, the prediction is more easy to predict. Like for example, here in shallot, the nature of shallot price volatility is relatively low, so it can easy to predict, right? So the price increase can be predicted and anticipated as an early warning system can be taken by the government or by the religion actors. Okay. So and the second finding of my research here, that the volatility of shallot price in the future will be smaller. So I don't know now, because I just come back from my PhD. I'm not following again the shallot price fluctuation here, but I'm pretty sure that the fluctuation now is not as bad as in the past under 2016. And if there's any changes in daily price, it will change every 6 days, so it can be predicted. So the shallot price can be predicted. So we can, as a researcher or maybe as a policymakers, we can make a policy. We can make like a where is the next the available, where is the area that shallot available, so we can take the shallot from there and then go to the market in Jakarta, for example, because mostly Jakarta is coming from Brebes. So but don't ask me how to calculate this. I don't understand. This is my friend's work. I just try to help her to analyze this. Okay, I'm talking about the price volatility, right? The price volatility I can say that the unpredictable fluctuation of price over time, unpredictable or predictable, which often exceed producers and consumers' capacity to adapt. So if the volatility is high, so for example, me as a consumer cannot prepare more money to buy shallot or to buy chili. And also that's also happened with the farmers. If the fluctuation is high, so they cannot prepare when the shallot price will significantly decreasing. So they will have a big loss on that, right? So high price volatility will create the uncertainty, and this uncertainty will create the increasing risk and vulnerability, both farmers and also the consumers, right? So if there's any of you who want to ask something or want to discuss something, just raise your hand and then we can have a discussion. Okay. I've shown you before in the weekend about this. This is my explanation about the trends and patterns of the price of agricultural commodity. So this is a iceberg diagram. So you know iceberg, you know Titanic. Okay, Titanic. The Titanic is hit the iceberg, right? So we sometimes we can only see the visible one above the water, the one that above the water. Okay. So we can easily say to the captain, let's say if we are right in the middle of 1 kilometer length of iceberg, we can say to the captain, oh, go 500 meters to the right. Okay. But we don't know how big the iceberg under the water. That's the pattern and underlying structures that influence the condition that we see in the above the water. So, for example, like price increase, that's the event. That's the event. That's what can be visible, right? The price increase. And then we need to understand why price increase, when the price increase, how the patterns, okay, the patterns and trend. Is it happen every year? Yes. The price of chili or the price of shallot increase every year. It decrease also every year, okay. And when the price of shallot increase in the rainy season, and also in the chili price. So we understand the patterns, right? And then what are the underlying structures? So what are the structures that influencing those trends? Is there because of the weather? I'm telling you about the weather. Is there about agricultural practices? I told you about agricultural practices. That's what we need to understand, okay, to overcome the problems, the visible problems. We need to understand those problems. Of course, there's many variables inside there, and each of the variables can connect each other and influence either is it positive or negatively. So once we understand the underlying structures, we can make changes to transform the current system. So for example, like this is only an example, like for example, like if you want to increase the production of shallot in the rainy season, we need to do to give some technology, give some assistance, like, and we also need to give supporting policies to the farmers. So the production of shallot in the rainy season will increase. So that's how to understand the trends and patterns and how to change the trends and patterns. Okay, I would like to share my experience about this one, contract farming. This is one of the solutions to overcome problems related to price volatility. So some of the big companies, for example, Indofood, sometimes they do contract farming with the farmers to get the supply of chili, to make sure that they have the supply of chilies or shallot, right? So it is a good system because it's not only related to the price certainty, but sometimes the farmers also get the assistance. Either is it financial assistance, it could be also like a extension services from the company, technology from the company that farmers get from the contract farming, from the partnership with the company. Yeah, so it's not about the price certainty, yeah, but also other advantages. Yeah, yeah. This is and usually they already have predetermined price before they sign the contract. They have the predetermined price. Okay, I will buy chili from you with for 12,000 Indonesian rupiah per kilogram. So that's the contract price between the farmers and also the company. However, so sometimes contract farming is failed. Why? Because this is one of the discussion in. So I joined in a horticulture group, WhatsApp group. We have a discussion about this. Why contract farming failed? Because sometimes farmers, even though they got the assistance from the company, but sometimes the price in the market is higher than the contract price. So they sell the product to the market. I have experience. I found that in forgot the place. There's a partnership fail between Indofood and the farmers group because of that. Because the when the market price are increasing, so the farmer sell the chili to the market. And I also found in Garut in potatoes. So if you know the potatoes that commonly sold in the market is not processed potatoes. So it's on kentang sayur. This is for sayur sop, yeah. but it's different potatoes with the one that we use to cook fries or chips. Commonly is imported potatoes. Now, in my institution, in Ministry of Agriculture, we have a new variety that can replace those imported potatoes. So we have a champion of farmers, and then he has the farmers group. So they cultivate those new varieties, and the farmers group have a contract with the champion. And what happened when the price of potatoes in market rising up, then the farmers group sell their potatoes to the market, with the market price. So that's two of the so many examples that I can give to you. So, and then oh, sorry. Okay, we already discussed about this in the our last meeting. Someone there mentioned about the government regulation. Okay, this is a good one that can control the price. So we have like a floor price and also the ceiling price. So the floor price is this is the price set by the government. It's still in the food crops, yeah. Still not in. We still don't have it in horticulture, like in chili, shallot. Even though the fluctuation is very high, we still don't have it in horticulture. So that's the problem. So this is the floor price, and then this is the ceiling price. And ceiling price is for the consumers, yeah. So so that the consumers will not get the very significantly high price. Okay. So you know this story. Do you know this story? This is a very famous story about the greatest Minister of Agriculture and Logistics, maybe, yeah, in the Egypt Empire. This is a story about Joseph, peace be upon him. It's not about how he was interpreted the dream of the pharaohs, but how he managed the production. So in the first 7 years, there was a high production, and in the next 7 years, there's a high drought. So there's no production at that time, and yeah, it's very famous in the Quran and in the Bible. In the 7 years of drought, so because they still have the logistics, because they still have their food, their own food, they can survive. The Egypt Empire can survive, and it's also it doesn't mention in the Quran. I don't know in the Bible how the price mechanism at that time, but I'm pretty sure because it's also related to the supply, it will also impact the price, right? So that's why in the neighboring countries of Egypt at that time, like Jacob, peace be upon him, also moved to Egypt from Palestine because they want more stock for their food. I'm pretty sure at that time this story also impacted to the price of the commodity. Okay, I think that's all my presentation for this session. Bu Novi, is there? Okay. Q&A sekarang atau nantinya? Oke.
All right, so please give applause to our guest speakers, Dr. Aditya Marendra Glus for the day. So I have some interested, I mean, this is the conclusion of what he has mentioned earlier, ya, adik-adik, bahwa as the output of sarjana pertanian ya, from Mr. Adit's perspective ya, kita mempelajari adanya dua hal penting dari subtopik kita. Yang pertama tadi adalah adanya commodity system ya. Ini menjadi salah satu topik yang sangat menarik untuk dipelajari. Tidak hanya di S1 yang dipelajarkan oleh PHP ya, tetapi manakala adik-adik juga ingin sekolah S2 itu juga bisa mengambil apa yang disebut sebagai commodity system. Ini tadi sudah diberikan beberapa hal terkait dengan gambar-gambarnya bagus banget ya. Dan yang kedua adalah marketing and consumer behavior ya, seperti itu. So I'd like to give a conclusion for the first meeting ya. The first session with the title The Behavioral of Agricultural Community Prices in Indonesia. And we have learned together from the presentation of Dr. Aditya Marendrakilus that there are some factors that affect the behavioral of agricultural community prices yeah. And I have just taking a note into 11 yeah, factors started from the weather and climate as the first factors that contributes to the agricultural prices. The second is supply and demand. The third is government policies. As he mentions, we have the policies that are supporting consumers and also behavior through the selling price and floor price. And then the fourth is international market trends. 5 is maybe the crop disease and pest. We can see from the slide that there is different agricultural practices during the rainy seasons and dry season. The next one is technology and farming practices. The next one is consumer preference that he mentioned during the Idul Fitri holiday. There is a fluctuation in terms of price. Dr. Aditya also mentions there is also some factors that are interconnected among all of them, yeah, that combine the influence to determine the behavior of agricultural commodity prices in Indonesia and around the world. And interestingly, we have also acknowledged, yes, because he is also a researcher ya, apa yang diambil di dalam mata kuliah ini adalah beberapa kombinasi dari pendekatan ya. First of all, Dr. Aditya Marendrakilus use system dynamics ya, causal CLD ya, to collaborate behavioral pattern. Yeah, so he generate information and try to solve it by using system dynamics and also Artsguard's model in analyzing price volatility. Ya, ini jadi kalau Anda tuh mahasiswa itu harusnya tertarik untuk tahu hal ini semua ya. Nanti bisa ditanyakan di Q&A in second session. So Mr. Aditya also ended the presentation by explaining the contract farming. All right, since we are agribusiness students, you are the students and I am also the lecturer, so we need to understand that agribusiness learns some concept, ya kan? And one of them is the contract farmings. From Dr. Aditya, we know that the contract farming has a positive sides. Actually, would like to help farmers, to have the fair price. However, it is farmer behavior itself, that sometimes they do not obey the contract farming due to the marketing benefits, in terms of price. So ladies and gentlemen, students of agribusiness from so many classes, that was all of the first session. That is a behavioral pattern of agricultural commodities presented by Dr. Aditya Marendrakilus. Now let's give applause for our speakers for today. Nah, all right. So I know that the Q&A session will be later, but since this is still 10:15, yeah. So let's just, is it okay to open to question? Ya, saya akan membuka 2 pertanyaan ya dari kita hari ini. Judulnya adalah pattern atau pola ya yang mendasari fluktuasi dari harga komoditas pangan ya. And as mentioned before, this is bilingual, so you can use either Indonesian language or English language, alright? Oke, saya akan membuka 2 pertanyaan saja, silakan. Raise your hand and introduce yourself, please. Yes, please come forward here.
Thank you for the occasion to me to ask a question. Okay, my name is Andra Dwiki Ramadan, and I'm from the E class. So I want to ask about the risk management, about this behavior of agricultural commodity price, how the farmers and consumer use this risk management regarding the behavior of agricultural commodity price.
Thank you. So he's asking about the risk management.
Okay, about the risk management from the consumers and the producers, right? Okay, so from is there any of you here who are already cooking in your house, in your Ada yang udah masak? Oke, masak. So for those of you who already cooking, maybe you already know the price of the commodity, right? So yeah, sometimes consumer can face the risk of higher price, for example, in the certain times. And so far, what I know is there's still no risk management for the consumers. The risk management is only like they're reducing their buying, right? When the price is high, they're reducing the buying, or because it also depends on the product. If there is a substitution for the product, they will shift to other product to substitute the commodities that have high price. For example, like the chili keriting, cabai keriting, ya, itu pedes kan, gitu. Is there any alternative for cabai keriting? Cabai rawit merah, ya, cabai apa di sini bilangnya? Kalau kita di Jawa Barat bilangnya cabai jablay, gitu. Nah itu that's the alternative for the cabai keriting, gitu. But the problem is sometimes when the cabai keriting price is high, it's also happen in the cabai rawit merah. Jadi sama-sama naik harganya. So there's no alternative. So what the consumers did when the price is rising up. This is also one of the result of my consumer survey. It's not published yet, soon. So they reducing the buying quantity. So that's the risk management conducted by consumers. So it will depend on is there any alternative for those products. If there is any alternative of the product, they will shift to the alternative. So but for the farmers, the risk of the price, for example, the risk of the price, the alternative is they do not cultivate the crops. So there's no if they can already predict the price will be decreasing, so they hold the price. Or even like, for example, in chili, if the price is decreasing, they're not harvesting the chili, so they will leave the chili in the trees in the land. They will let the chili rotten and something like that, and yeah, they're not harvesting the chili. So that's the risk. And the other alternative for now, we have already insurance. for padi, agriculture insurance, but still in padi, in rice. So if that's, insurance is one of the alternative to shift the risk. So the risk will be jadi petani nggak nanggung resikonya dialihkan ke perusahaan asuransi gitu. Jadi kalau misalkan sesuatu terjadi, misalkan gagal panen karena kekeringan atau gagal panen karena banjir, itu nanti mereka dapat premi, ganti rugi ya. Itu resikonya. Tapi di hortikultura belum ada. Itu baru di padi. Gitu mungkin. Sapi ya, sama sapi ya, padi dan sapi baru. Jadi di hortikultura belum ada.
Thank you, Andra. I hope it answers your question. All right. So one more question, please. Is there any one of you? Okay. Putu. Siapa namanya? Lupa ya. Dari kelas E ya, silakan. Short question, please.
Okay, my name is Putu Gigardewi and I'm from class E2. And I want to ask some questions. Like you said before, that system to overcome scarcity in Indonesia, that called agricultural practice is Indonesia increase productions of commodity in one areas and then distribute to another area. And that's the examples is like shallots in Brebes, and then is also do the same system like that, and then how do they overcome the scarcity if that really kalau itu melanda Aussie gitu. Terima kasih.
Can you repeat?
Okay.
Slowly.
Is Aussie do the same system like Indonesian do to overcome scarcity in their country?
So okay, I have experience in Australia. Like in 2021, there was 2021 there was a big flood in Australia. So many big cities in Australia affected by the flood, and it's also impact to the food supply. There was a food supply disruption at that time. And yeah, of course, they do the same thing like in Indonesia. They will look for other commodities in other places, and then they will supply those crops, those commodities to the big cities in Australia. But the fluctuation of production in Australia, for example, is not as high as in Indonesia. So they already have like the stock, for example. It's only happen for green leafy vegetables, for example, like because they are very perishable. So the price of green leafy vegetables at the time is very, very high. They have no alternative of production center who produce the green leafy vegetables. I remember at that time for one cabbage can be up to five Australian dollars. In the normal price, it's only like $1.50. It can be up to $5 because there's no supply from anywhere in Australia. So there's still no alternative. But and we also need to consider like the agro-ecosystem condition in Australia is not as very diverse like in Indonesia. So Indonesia is very diverse. So we have the opportunity to supply supply food stuff from some of the area that can support if some of the production center not producing those crops. But in Australia they don't have it. So they're rich. They can pay for it. Yeah, that's all. Maybe. Thanks.
Okay, Gigi, I hope it answers your question. Thank you very much for all of the participants for the session 1. Thank you, Dr. Marendrakilus. And that was the end of the first session. Give a round of applause again. All right. So Now let's go with the break session for 15 minutes. We will start again around 10:45. Yeah, don't go anywhere. But for classes, yeah, which already finished 10:30, you can just continue studying. Ya, for the next class. Untuk kelas E di sini dulu ya. Dan yang memang kelas Bu Deni ya tadi ya. Memang di sini dulu. Nanti kita ada sesi kedua. Oke. Terima kasih waktunya istirahat ya. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, you may grab a drink or toilet break. Yeah. memenuhi tempat duduk yang kosong yang di depan ya. Karena kita akan mulai lagi, boleh ya, ayo dibantu Mas Hilmi sama Mas Fauzan ya namanya ya. Ya, untuk memobilisasi supaya yang di depan ini bisa terpenuhi. Di sini juga boleh dipenuhi enggak sama Mazza? Boleh ya? Sama di sini, boleh. Boleh di sini. Ada mejanya. Di tengah situ harus maju, ayo. Oke, sini deh, sini. Anak ya, luar biasa. Nanti kita nonton konser ya. Tapi konsernya Wang Linma. Oke. Situ boleh, situ boleh, sini boleh. Sudah. Gimana Pak? Oke, saya nyaman. Apa perlu minum lagi 1 galon? Emang Pak, emang. Masuk angin. Oke. Mau kamar mandi lagi? Mas Edo, apa ada colokan, Mas? Okay, now please take out your book. Yeah, we are going to resume for the second session. While we were waiting for Dr. Aditya Marendra Kilus ya. Bolehlah tidak hanya tanya masalah materi, terus habis itu kamu bisa tanya, jadi peneliti itu bagaimana sih di BRIN? Apakah lulus S1 bisa menjadi peneliti? Rekrutmennya melalui apa? Siapa tahu Andra, sukaan. Ini uang 5 ya. Siapa tahu jadi peneliti di BRIN. Amin. Ya kan? Seperti itu. This what kind of institution ya? What kind of requirements ya for you to be accepted in BRIN? Siapa tahu ya. Amin. Ya. Oke, so kita akan mulai. Are you ready, Mr. Adit? Alright. Okay. So, welcome to the second session of Virtual 3-in-1 program on marketing of agricultural product. Thank you. Now we will go with the second topic, that is market integration analysis. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to study the definition and basic concept of market integration, factors influencing marketing integration, methods of measuring market integration, and models of market integrations. So ladies and gentlemen, once more, I would like to welcome Dr. Aditya Marendra Kilus from BRIN.
Okay, thank you very much, Bu Novi. Again, good morning, folks. I'm sorry, in this session, I will sit here because I'm a bit unwell. Kembung, kenapa? But I will still deliver my presentation to all of you here. Hopefully, we can still have engagement, right? So I will deliver my presentation, and maybe if you have any problems or issues or questions, maybe you can raise your hand and thank you. Raise your hands and then go asking. Right. In this second session of today, I will discuss about market integration. This is a topic that actually I'm not to focus on, because actually I'm my field is about agricultural marketing, but but I'm mostly conducting work on consumers, like consumer preference, consumers behavior, and so on and so forth. But I'm studying a little bit about the market integration, especially when I did my research in 2016 of the arts casting. I did also the market integration analysis there at the time. Okay. Again, this is me. Hopefully, you'll not get bored looking at my face. Okay. First, before I move into the market integration analysis, so I would like to share my understanding. Again, this is my understanding. Yeah, maybe if you read another resources, maybe you can find another references that you can use. But this is my understanding about types of market. What is the types of market? So we already know about the types of market according to the number of buyers and sellers, right? We have the monopoly and then monopsony and so on and so forth. But here in this opportunity, I would like to share my understanding about types of market physically. It could be market product-based market. It is the market that distinguished by the product sold. Let's say pasar sapi, pasar kambing gitu ya. And then pasar bunga, pasar kembang gitu atau itu. I have one interesting experience, like in Amsterdam, in Netherlands, there is a bloemen market, flower market, but they not only selling flower. They, because of the they try to increasing their tourism activity, so they also selling like some souvenirs, not only flowers. That's in the Netherlands. So we have also time period based market, like for example pasar minggu, pasar kliwon. Yeah. But in the past they only open in the certain times, and I still often found in some of the region, especially in the rural areas, they still do that thing. They only open in the certain day. So for example, if Pasar Senin, they only open on Monday. Pasar Kamis, they only open in Thursday. So, but in the big cities, even like for example, like in Jakarta, Pasar Minggu, they open every day now. But in the past, maybe in the colonial era, they only open on Sunday. That's why that place now is called as Pasar Minggu, because in that area there was a market that only open on Sunday, Okay, and the last market is the geographically based market. We can say this is what we want to focus on for today, for this opportunity. We have like local market, regional market, international market, and so on and so forth. In our last meeting, I've shown you my result of my research. The results of my research. So I draw a value chain map for mango industry in Indonesia. So we can also see that there is a local market, and then regional market, and then wholesale market, and also export market, right? So that's the market based on the geographically based market. All right, we have local market, regional market, and international market. So this is an example of a commodity-based market. So this is pasar bawang merah di Brebes. So you know, Brebes is the biggest production center of shallot in Indonesia. it contributing about 30% of total national shallot supply. That's why if you look at the symbol of the Brebes, it's bawang merah. It's shallot because it's not only about the economic things, but shallot is already part of their culture. So that's why they put the shallot in their logo, in their symbol. So yeah, I haven't followed the current progress since I returned from Australia, but in the past, when I did research on shallot last time was on 2018. So Brebes still the biggest, that contributing about 30% of national shallot supply. So what unique about shallot production in the northern part of Java? So mostly it's controlled by the people from Brebes. So Brebes is here. Wait. Okay. So Brebes is here near to Tegal. Okay. Apart from cultivating shallot in their own regency, in their own location in Brebes, they also cultivating shallot in other area. So remember in the first session, I'm telling you about the season, right? So Brebes and the other areas around Brebes have a slightly different agroecological condition. So in the certain period, they cultivating shallot in Brebes, but in other certain period, they move up to Majalengka in the West Java, and then they also move to Cirebon, West Java, and then in the Central Java they move to Pemalang and Pekalongan. So those are conducted by the people of Brebes. So if you go to Majalengka, then if you find there is a shallot cultivation in the lowland, I can make sure that those people are not Sundanese. They are from Brebes. They are from Brebes. So they rent the land to cultivate shallot there, and then to produce shallot in Majalengka. Majalengka itself, they also produce shallot. So people of Majalengka, the Sundanese people, they cultivate shallot, but not in the lowland, in the highland. So they have different kind of shallot. Okay, like what people from Brebes did is the Brebes shallot cultivation for the lowland. Okay, so they move around the lowland in the northern part of West Central Java. The unique one here is if we look at the map here, Majalengka. So which area do you think the biggest market for Brebes shallot? What do you think? Which area is the biggest market of shallot? West Java? No. Jakarta. Okay. Jakarta is the biggest market for everything. Okay, because there is 12 million people in Jakarta, so it's a market for everything. If you look at the map here, from Majalengka is closest to Jakarta, right? But when people from Brebes people cultivate shallot in Majalengka, they harvest the shallot in Majalengka. They need to send their shallot to Brebes first before they send it to Jakarta. So this is the unique one. If we look at the map, Majalengka is closest to Jakarta, right? Why don't they directly deliver to Jakarta? That's the question. The answer is in Brebes, sometimes they have all of the facility. So like when shallot is harvested and then they need to clean it up, and then so the people that have that capabilities, so the buruh tani, it's available in Brebes, not in every region that they cultivate. So that's why they need to deliver first. to Brebes. All right, and then so that's the unique one about salad marketing in Pantura, yeah. Okay. So next, I would like to focus on the geographically based market. So the geographically based market is the type of agricultural commodity market that is often analyzed. So I have explained to you about my research. So the example is like a production centered market, market in the production center, and then market in the big cities, and then market in the kabupaten, or even the international market. It could be like. So the movement of agricultural commodities from the production centers to other markets usually faces several constraints. So the constraints is including the distance problems. So like what I explained before, Majalengka and Jakarta is closest to compared to Brebes and Jakarta. The distance is not a problem, okay? But the facilities, the infrastructure to salad for post harvest, that's the problem. So that's why they need to move their salad to Brebes first before they send it to Jakarta, and that's from Brebes. That's the easiest example. You can have only, like, for example, 3 hours journey through the toll road until the Pasar Induk Kramat Jati in Jakarta. It's very close now. So the distance now is not become a problem for salad farming in Brebes. But how about if we want to deliver our salad to other places that don't have any good infrastructure of road, for example? Like for example, in Brebes, there's some of the location and also in East Java. Maybe it's closest with Brebes, but it has a bad road condition, so it can also influencing the price of these markets. So now I will focus on the market integration analysis. Okay, market integration analysis is an analysis to examine whether there is integration between prices in the market. So integration here means that if there is a change in one market, so if there is a change of price in one market, it will impact the other market, either is it positively or negatively. So the two markets are said to be integrated if price changes, yeah, can immediately realize in the same price responses in the other market. So there are two approaches of marketing integration analysis. First is the horizontal approach. It is the integration between consumer market or between producer market. So for example, integration between Brebes and Nganjuk. Those two areas are salad production center. Is there any price market integration between those two areas? So this is one of the example of the horizontal integration analysis. The next one is the vertical market integration analysis. This is integration between producers market and consumers market. This is what we use to analyze. It's often called like a value chain analysis or something like that, and it analyzed the shift of prices from the producers to consumers. So if, for example, in mangoes, for example, now mangoes in producers, the price is 9,000, and then how about in local traders, it could be 12,000, in the wholesale market it could be 14,000, and at the consumers level it could be 20,000, for example, like that. An example of a vertical integration can be seen in this graph. So I've shown this graph in the first session today. This is the price of chili at several levels in the value chain. So we can see here that we have farm gate price and then wholesale price, retail price in Jakarta, and so on and so forth. This is the trend. Okay, so if we see this picture, this graph, we can conclude that there is a market integration. Why? Because the price in the production center will be, the pattern will be the same with what happened in the consumers market. So yeah, of course, in the production center the price will be the lowest, yeah, and in the retail market the price will be highest. So, but the point is, if there's any change in the production level, level of production, there will also changes in the consumers, and also in the step in the middle of the value chain. It will also works in contrary. Like if there's any changes in the consumers, it will also influence the price in the producers. Okay, so yeah, this is the vertically integrated market, and so I've shown you this before. This is the result of my research. This mango value chain. So if you look at this, this is in the producers level, production center, and we have intermediaries here like local traders, regional traders, and then wholesalers, retailers, and then exporters. So if for the vertical integration of the market, if there's a changes of price here, it will also influence the price here, and it will also work all the way around. If there's any changes here, there will also changes in this part. So my research is not only identifying, learning about the value chain, but I also did some consumer survey here, and I found that it's not has been published yet. I work with Pa Arif there. It's not published yet. Okay, but overall the finding is like this. So the Indonesian consumers now are shifting. They start to aware about the healthy lifestyle. So they're willing to pay for good quality mango that safe from the residue of pesticides and so on and so forth. And they're willing to pay more compared to the average price of mango. That information can be delivered to the upstream side of the value chain. So we can create the integration of market vertically between consumers and producers. So what the information that we get from the consumers can be delivered, and then in the production level we can improve our production practices to produce more safe mangoes to consume. This is an example of vertical integration, horizontal integration. So we can see here, like this is the comparison between prices in different locations in Indonesia. This is the price of chili between 2010 until 2019. You can see here, like we have a price in Palembang, in Jakarta, and then Bandung and Semarang. They all integrated because price changes in Jakarta, it will also influence those markets. But what happened in other allocations like Jayapura, Pontianak, and Makassar, they are not integrated because I don't know, maybe they have their own production centers, or maybe they they didn't look Jakarta as their price barometer. So is there any of you come from Jakarta? You come from Jakarta. You visited this place before? No. Okay, this is Pasar Induk Kramat Jati ya. This is the this is the biggest market in Indonesia. You can say in Indonesia. It's a wholesale market, pasar grosir, pasar induk ya, central market. I did a research on about market integration about shallot and chili in 2016. At that time we had a lot of communications with experts and also the market players. So we obtained information that the Kramat Jati wholesale market is the barometer of the national price of chili and shallot, okay, of those two commodities. So price changes in Pasar Induk Kramat Jati can be transmitted to other markets. So that's why I'm showing you before that price changes in Jakarta, in Kramat Jati, it can also influence the changes in Palembang, Semarang, and other market. So this Pasar Induk Kramat Jati is a benchmark for determining price, especially in other market like Sumatra and then Sumatra and Java overall. In 2016, when we did this research, that at the first time we heard about the term chili mafia. Okay, there's a mafia, you know. It got some information that price of chili and shallot is only set by some people. It's not a market. What is it? It's not a market mechanism. So there's a mafia on them. So by who? By what? The mafia is playing. Like we can say, like especially when the price of chili and shallot are rising up. Yeah. What causes the price is high? The demand is low, and also the supply is low. Okay. Okay. When the supply is low, the price will be high. Okay. That's what happened in Pasar Induk Kramat Jati. Even though that in the production center, the production is high, but no shallot and chili come to Pasar Induk Kramat Jati at the time. I remember at the time I'm thinking that shallot and chili is not like beras or minyak goreng. We can store those commodities for a long time, right? If shallot and chili are perishable, and we cannot store them for a long time. So that's why I'm thinking that where these chilies are running. So from the production center, let's say in Garut, in West Java, they're supposed to go to Kramat Jati and make the price going down. Okay, but there's no shallot and chili goes to Kramat Jati. And then after, yeah. So like for example, cabai jablay tadi itu ya, that's the most perishable chili. So it cannot be stored more than like 1 week. Then after that, and that also influenced the traders' behavior as well, because they don't want to keep the commodity and then sell the rotten product. So after being investigated, so we found that there is other markets that not integrated to Pasar Induk Kramat Jati, which is close to Pasar Induk Kramat Jati. So we have Pasar Induk Tanah Tinggi and Pasar Induk Cibitung outside of Jakarta. Pasar Induk Tanah Tinggi in Tangerang and Pasar Induk Cibitung in Bekasi. So those chilies and shallot are running to those two markets. So that's why Pasar Induk Kramat Jati didn't have any supply from the production center. That's what makes the prices high. and then it becomes a barometer of price for almost all over Indonesia. So that's why we recommend at that time there's no point to set Pasar Induk Kramat Jati as the only barometer for the national price information, but we also need to include Pasar Induk Tanah Tinggi and Pasar Induk Cibitung. Okay, so what factors affecting market integration? So there are several factors. These three factors that I have understand influencing market integration. First is the geographical locations. Of course, I've told you before about the geographical location. The more close the production center to the city, to the market, so the price will be much more integrated. So and also the transport and logistic infrastructure, if it's the logistic and markets, logistic and transport infrastructures are good, so the market will be more integrated. And the second one is the economical factors. First is the pricing mechanism, and also government policies and subsidies. And unfortunately for horticulture, we still don't have any low price and ceiling price. Right? I've mentioned it before. And the third one is about the technological factors. So now everybody can access internet. Even farmers in the rural area, they already know how to use Facebook, how to use YouTube to find any agricultural information about agricultural practices to improve their performance. And yeah, now it's more easier. Like it's more easier also for them now to ask about, hey, how much price in Pasar Induk Kramat Jati now for chili? Okay, well, and also like Pasar Induk Kramat Jati, they also have websites to show their daily price changes, and yeah, everyone now can access those information, and yeah, it can also affecting market integration. So, for example, like people can know that, oh, price in Pasar Induk Kramat Jati now is 50,000. Okay, I will increase my price. Okay. So now the era is changing. So in the past, but still, indeed, there's some people who still doesn't have any capability or access to those kind of information and communication technologies, and also precision agriculture and data analytics is still related to the analysis of the data. So what is the benefits of market integration analysis in agriculture? First is it can increasing market access for farmers, of course. So farmers can know where they need to sell their product, and then it's about price stability and risk mitigation. So they know like when the price changes in the consumers market, what should they do? Do they need to unharvest their products or something? That's about the risk. And then they can enhance quality standards and product diversification. Yeah, again, it's about the information. They can understand about the information from the downstream of the value chain, and then technological innovation and knowledge exchange, YouTube, and then Instagram, Facebook, and etc. They can use that to exchange information that can help the market integration, and then of course economic growth and rural development. Yeah, they can get more income from that. Yeah, indeed, time now has advanced, yeah, with all the information and communication technologies, but there are still farmers who do not have access to that ICT, and the number is not it's not small. It's so many farmers still have don't have any access to that. So these are the challenges and barriers for market integration. Yeah, and then also of course the inadequate infrastructure and transportation system. It can be a barriers for market integration. Policy and regulatory challenges, and yeah, it's also regarding the floor price and the ceiling price, and war also. War is also a challenge for market integration. I will explain about the international market integration later. And we have also like traditional trading practices, and yeah, it can be like it can be also challenges for market integration. And lastly is about climate change and environmental concerns. uh, uh, what is your name again? Andra ya. And Andra mentioned about the Andra or who? Lupa saya. Jadi Andra asking about risk ya. Risk tadi siapa yang ini? Yang belakang saya lupa sana tadi. Nah, ya. Terus yeah, weather changes, it can also be challenges in the market integration, even in the developed countries like Australia. So now I would like to move to international market integration. So I've talked about the national, now it's the international market. Is there also happen in the international market? Yes, it happened. So I would like to show you, this is the example of cotton price. You know, we are not producing cotton, so that's why kita nggak akan ada di sini datanya. So this is the cotton price for several cotton producers in the world. We can see here, is it integrated or not? So this is integrated, right? So this price is integrated. Changes in one market can also make changes in other markets. So other market will also impact on the increase or decrease price in other market. Okay, this the second example of wheat, gandum. Yeah, we also not producing gandum. We are including the biggest importers of gandum. So yeah, you know me. Okay, yeah, we are the one of the largest importers of wheat. So most of our wheat are coming from first Australia, and then the second one is Ukraine, and the third one is Argentina. So you know, the Ukraine war is become a problem for this market integration. So when the price of wheat from Ukraine is rising up, it will also impact all of the producing countries. So this is what happened in wheat. If we look at this graph, so the Ukrainian war is started in early 2022, yeah, I think February or March. We can see here in 2022 the price is rising up, even though that Australia is not involved in the war, but the price of wheat from Australia is also increasing. But now it's more stable already, because maybe all of the other producing countries already started supplying wheat to the international market. Okay, last July I brought a group from Indonesia's Australia Award short course. They were the managers and the experts in the field. So they are managers from Indofood, Bogasari. They came to Australia to. So basically, Australia wants to increase their market share in Indonesia. So that's why they invite these experts to go to Australia. So I also involved here. Yeah, this is about that. That's why I also get the information about wheat, even though like I never heard about this before. I mostly work on the horticulture. So, but there is an interesting story here. So as an alumni from the Ministry of Agriculture, I always say no to import, including wheat. But after I involved in this short course, I just realized that we can actually import is not as bad as we think. So I've got the information that we already the Indonesian consumers is already depend on the flour, on the wheat. Udah bergantung banget sama tepung. Even for the for the small middle people, they also already the apa like for gorengan they use flour, right? Gorengan they use flour. The bala-bala, what do you call bala-bala? Ote-ote. Ote-ote they use flour, right? Everybody in Indonesia now need flour. So that's why I changed my mind, like I changed my perspective of thinking. How our imported product can increase our food security, and it can also increase our competitiveness in the international markets. We have Indomie, the best noodle in the world. Okay. The best instant noodle in the world. That's can support our competitiveness in the Indonesian market. Okay. And then I also have the market integration analysis tools, and I have used some of this. I have like market margin analysis, gravity models, and error correction model, co-integration and factor error correction model, time series econometric techniques such as Engel-Granger co-integration test, and so on and so forth. But don't ask me about this. I don't understand about this, but you can use these tools to analyze is there any integration between markets. This is it will be a very interesting topic for research, or especially how price is formed. It's not only about the supply, it's not only about the weather, but also information from other markets. Okay, I think that's all that I can deliver in this session, Bu Novi. But before I close my presentation, I would like to share with all of you, maybe it's a little bit philosophical. So on several occasions I have shared my experience with students, so I think I start enjoying teaching it. Okay. No, so maybe because I feel that I have updated my knowledge, even though like some of you students is not deliver something to me, but in preparing this presentation, I need to deepen my knowledge, right, before I deliver. So that's why I want to tell you that now there are many sources of knowledge. You have very great lecturers here. Give applause to them. And you can ask about all of the technical things to them, and then you can always find all of the information from Google, Mbah Google. Okay, you can compare with what I did in my bachelor degree in the year 2000. It's very difficult to find some information. And remember, all of you here is not only belong to Indonesia, but all of you here belongs to the world. Okay, find some information, find some opportunities. We have rich neighbors in the south who need lots of professional workers. So if you can go into it, it will be good. That's all, Bu Nafi. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ayo diminum dulu, Pak. All right, so that was the end of session 2. We will go with Q&A session again, and because we are about to finish on 12. So ini untuk kelas PHP kelas E ya, sama kelas H, ya kan? Kelas H dengan Ibu Deni Meitasari di situ, kemudian yang kelas E juga dengan Ibu Ula ya. dan buiwit. Alright. Ya, tadi kita sudah mempelajari tentang market integration analysis ya. Dan pemateri kita tadi sudah menceritakan dengan beberapa case tadi yang menarik ya, bahwa there are many factors that contribute to the market integration. Tadi sudah dijelaskan geographical factors, ada economical factors, and technological factors. Namun demikian mungkin adik-adik bisa bertanya ya, manakala ada yang perlu jelas atau langkah atau proses lainnya ya dalam mencapai sebuah kestabilan market integration yang sudah digambarkan bahwa di Indonesia tadi ada ya dari pasar yang ada di Jakarta, Palembang dan lain sebagainya, dan di luar negeri juga ada sebagai contoh yaitu wheat and apa tadi cotton ya, karena kita tidak memproduksi cotton. Alright, now question. Bahasa Indonesia aja nggak apa-apa.
Tapi yang tadi
Boleh ya Pak ya. Satu-satu, boleh perkenalkan nama Anda.
Hi, my name is Atsal. I'm from class E. Nice to meet you again. So, I have a question from the first session, but I don't have the opportunity, so I should ask it now. So, as you know, in Indonesia kan ada Idul Fitri, the related to the consumer behavior. So, since you live in Australia, is there any special occasion like Idul Fitri that can impact the influence the price of the commodities in Australia? Thank you.
Because Muslim is minority in Australia. So we have like a Christmas, for example, Christmas occasion at the end of the year. Usually they start summer holiday in the second week of December and until mid of January. So they have long period of holiday. So in that time period, so the consumption of some of the food stuff they will also increase. Like for example, like Australian people have sometimes they do barbecue. So the demand for meat will increasing. They call it as barbie. So barbecue, that's Australian slang. They call it as barbie. Okay, barbie. Okay. Yeah, I have a barbecue with Barbie, itu artinya sarapan sambil barbecue gitu. That's also happened in Australia, and the unique one is like in January we have also Australia Day. That's to celebrate when the Western people first time came to Australia. Some of the food stuff also needed there. From my experience, the price of bawang daun is increasing in Australia Day because of the demand also. But because of the farmers, they already know, in Australia Day the demand of shallot will be increasing, so they increase their production. So it will be no problem about that. But overall, like what happened with us, I'm thinking that because now we still using the fresh product. Okay, we use the fresh chili, we use the fresh salad. Okay, in the developed countries, they start using the processed product, the preserved product. So for the chili, they use the crushed chili, the bottled crushed chili, not the chili, it's already processed. Yeah, like bonchabe or powdered chili. So that's why the price fluctuation in some countries are not so affected by the supply. That's the problem that we face now. Right?
Yeah, thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sebelumnya terima kasih atas kesempatannya. As already mentioned in market integration, there's a factor that affecting such as government policies, like the implementation of floor price that help farmers. As we know in Indonesia, basic grain price has been implemented by the Bulog, which is Bulog by rice farmers at predetermined price to encourage increase production, but it is very difficult to maintain prices with a floor price, especially when our harvest is abundant and when the Hari Raya is coming. I'm just wondering, how can it is very difficult to maintain the price?
Okay, thank you. This is also from my understanding about the condition, the current condition in Indonesia. Of course, we have Bulog, but the Bulog capacity is limited. Okay, they cannot absorb all of the rice produced by farmers from all over Indonesia, right? So they have limited capacity to absorb those prices. Of course, Bulog will use the floor price to protect the farmers, right? But yeah, because they have limited capacity, so that's why the current condition now still happen. So sometimes the price are going down below the floor price, right? This is still often be found in Indonesia. So that's why related to my first session presentation, the story about Joseph, peace be upon him. So it's related to like when the production is big, when the production is high. So it is the duty of Bulog, of the government organization or something, to absorb those yield, right? But they have limited capability. So that's why I don't know whether we need to also involve like private sectors to also absorb those exceed production of the rice. That's my what I'm thinking. But I don't know. Maybe now it's still not. It's still far from what it hope. But yeah, that's why we need to also involve the private sector, and maybe we need to make the capacity of Bulog much more bigger and something. But yeah, it's a very hard way. That's the reason. That's what, from my understanding.
Okay, I hope it answers your question.
Sudah menjawab. Ya,
Ada yang belum kejawab, Dek, pertanyaannya? Sudah. Okay, nice English. Thank you, kelas H. For the last question. Now, pertanyaan yang terakhir, ya. Di penutupan 3-in-1 ini very special. Sudah lama kita bersama kelas E dan sekarang kelas H. Terima kasih. Tepuk tangan lagi buat temannya dulu. Thank you.
Oke, baik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, saya Andreas Binugroho dari Agribisnis H. Mungkin saya di sini ingin bertanya bagaimana kondisi politik di dalam nasional itu mempengaruhi fluktuasi harga dan juga kestabilan market ini, dan juga bagaimana harga dan juga kestabilan market ini berpengaruh dampak jangka panjangnya bagi pertumbuhan ekonomi kita. Gitu.
Baik, terima kasih. Cukup menantang pertanyaan. Aduh, nyusahin aja nih. Itu ya, it's a very good question. Like how the politics will also impacted to the price fluctuation. Of course, like we know, like for example, like rice. Rice is a political commodity. So every siapa dia? Setiap penguasa dimanapun itu akan mencoba untuk memberi makan rakyatnya, gitu kan. Jadi kalau dia bisa menjaga stabilitas harga beras, rakyat akan suka, rakyat akan memilih dia kembali, gitu kan. Intinya seperti itu. Nah makanya kaitannya dengan tadi bagaimana price fluctuation dipengaruhi oleh politik tadi gitu. Sebenarnya kayak misalkan contohnya bawang putih lah yang saya sekarang sedang kerjakan. Bawang putih itu secara mungkin secara hitung-hitungan ekonomi nggak visible untuk ditanam di Indonesia. Tapi orang-orang politik di atas sana kadang dia punya punya tujuan, oh kita harus meningkatkan kedaulatan pangan kita gitu. Jadilah kita mempunyai program untuk pengembangan bawang putih, padahal nggak visible untuk diproduksi di Indonesia. Gitu. Nah itu yang mengakibatnya maksudnya political situation kan impacted to the price fluctuation, and of course those political intention it will also affecting the production because of the political intention of the government. Maybe they will put more budget to increase production of rice more, so they will what is it, so the production will be stabilized. Yeah, is it answer your question?
Oke, thank you sir. Mungkin saya izin memberikan feedback. Kalau kita lihat sendiri program yang sedang digadang-gadang pemerintah adalah food estate. Bagaimana food estate itu sendiri ingin mengatasi fluktuasi harga pasar itu sendiri. Tapi nyatanya pada hari ini kita lihat food estate itu belum mampu menjawab tantangan fluktuasi harga pasar. Menurut Bapak narasumber di depan, akankah pemerintah pada periode berikutnya akan meneruskan program food estate ini atau justru mengganti program food estate ini atau justru meniadakan program food estate ini?
Tergantung siapa presiden yang terdepan. Gitu. Jadi ya penting. Jadi food estate saya juga tahu. Jadi saya harus hati-hati ngomong karena saya orang pemerintahan juga. Tapi yang bisa kayak macam food estate itu kan memang program bukan dari kami ya, bukan dari peneliti. Yang terjadi pada saat food estate waktu itu banyak faktor tidak diperhitungkan, gitu. Sebenarnya program tersebut kalau memang diperhitungkan dari awal segala macam mungkin akan bisa meningkatkan produksi pangan kita. Tapi ya lagi kita harus memperhitungkan dulu semua. Kita harus ingat bahwa semua yang ada di dunia ini adalah sistem. Semua yang ada di dunia adalah sistem dan semua yang ada di dalam sistem bisa mempengaruhi satu sama lainnya. Baik itu pengaruh positif atau pengaruh negatif. Nah itu yang perlu kita pahami dulu gitu. Ya, makanya rekomendasi saya mungkin ke depan terkait dengan food estate apakah akan dilanjutkan atau tidak. Bisa dilanjutkan asal gitu. Kita harus mengerti dulu semua bagaimana cara membuat itu menjadi optimum gitu. Gitu mungkin Mas. Terima kasih.
This girl, Miss. The girl's man. This girl, man.
Selamat siang semuanya. Perkenalkan saya Kabia Diva dari kelas H. Pertanyaan saya, bagaimana menurut Bapak narasumber sendiri tentang peran para perempuan wanita di Indonesia tentang fluktuasi harga di pertanian? Terima kasih.
Terima kasih pertanyaan. Ini pertanyaannya bagus sekali ini kayak soalnya di dunia internasional pertanyaan mengenai soalnya di dunia internasional pertanyaan mengenai isu gender dan apa namanya gender dan disabilitas itu seksi banget gitu sekarang. Jadi bagaimana sebenarnya peran dari perempuan gitu ya untuk menjaga stabilitas harga gitu. Kalau menurut saya sangat berperan, gitu. Terutama di sisi konsumen. Ini baru pemikiran saya ya, belum ada pembuktian ilmiahnya, gitu ya. Kalau menurut saya sangat berperan, terutama di sisi konsumen. Ibu-ibu sekarang untuk yang teman-teman yang masih udah masak juga sekarang itu kan kebanyakan pakai cabai segar, bawang segar, gitu kan. Belum ada yang coba pakai yang olahan proses. Nah, kalau persepsi ibu-ibu rumah tangga yang biasa masak bisa bergerak dari segar ke olahan, itu akan apa namanya? Akan menjaga stabilitas harga. Karena contohnya pada saat harga cabai naik, kita bisa menggunakan cabai olahan yang mungkin harganya lebih stabil, gitu. Itu makanya sangat berperan sekali, terutama dari sisi konsumen. Nah, kalau dari sisi produsen, mungkin saya belum begitu terlalu banyak terpikir di sisi konsumen apa, tapi ada teman saya yang juga udah meneliti tentang itu gender. Jadi katanya keterlibatan perempuan dalam menentukan keputusan dalam berusaha tani itu bisa membuat bisnisnya itu lebih berhasil gitu kan, katanya gitu. Saya belum baca secara rinci ininya. Itu mungkin.
Ya, itu membuka peluang untuk riset selanjutnya ya Pak. Alright, one more tadi dari mana? Dari sisi kakak-kakak tadi. Siapa Kak tadi? Bolehlah.
Okay, thank you. My name is Fairuz Salifa, and I will like ask about the first section about material, and then I want to ask how contract farming can benefit to farmer and then the company.
Okay.
Okay,
Contract farming, yeah, I mentioned before that contract farming can be benefited to both farmers and the company. So for the farmers, they can get with the contract farming, first, of course, price certainty, price and market certainty. They already know when their product needs to be marketed. Compared to if they sell it to the market, they don't know how much price they will get. That's the first. And the second one, they will get assistance from the company. Usually, what I found in the partnership between farmers and company, the company usually they give some assistance about technology, about how to do the good agricultural practices, and to produce the product that the company needs. Okay, so that's the assistance that can the company give to the farmers. And then the other one is price and market stability, technology, and then yeah, that's all. Those two things. And then for the company, they can get the assurance of supply. So by using the contract farming, they already know, oh, this farmers group will produce certain amount of chilies, for example. This farmers group will produce certain amount of chili in the next month. They will get the continuous supply from their partners, which is the farmers. That's all.
Give applause for the one who is giving question, and for Mr. Adit PhD ya, jangan panjang-panjang ya. Alright. Wait a moment please. Yeah. So we finally come to the end of event for 3-in-1 program on marketing of agricultural products. As a moderator, I would like to conclude again for the second session, marketing integration analysis of agricultural products in Indonesia reveals there are several key points that is important to be addressed. The first is the condition of fragmented markets, meaning that Indonesia agricultural markets are often fragmented with significant variation of price and supply across different regions and islands. And secondly, transportation and infrastructure system is very important to combat the distance constraint. So inefficient transportation infrastructures and logistics can hinder the integration of market. Thirdly, related to information asymmetry, so information gaps and limited access to market data can exacerbate market fragmentation. The next one, commodity specific like chili and shallot, often becoming a commodity that experience the market integrations. Lastly, things that becoming very important to be seen is the consumer preference for market commodity. In conclusion, so market integration in Indonesia's agricultural sector is a complex issue influenced by a combination of geographical, logistical, policy, and economic factors. Therefore, efforts to improve market integration may involve addressing infrastructures constraints, reducing information gaps, and implementing policies that promote fair and efficient agricultural trade across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being participate in our agricultural 3-in-1 program. And now I would like to give the time to our master and ceremony. Thank you very much, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you very much. And now we will give certificate for speaker. Please, Ibu Nesa, to give certificate for our speaker. Monggo Bapak Aditya. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank all participants in this event. Guest speaker, Aditya Kilus PhD, for the invaluable presentation, our moderator and committee, of 3-in-1 agriculture marketing product for the hard work. A big thanks to Agriculture Socio-Economic who provide us with assistance and permission during the beginning of this program on August until now. I will see you next year in 3-in-1 program. Thank you and see you.